All right, fellas, as we wind down our gun bully segment here at Legally Owned America, this might seem like a really unlikely spot for us to be inside a house. We just took this thing out to the range. We dumped it in sand, took it out, fired it, no problems. I think we ran a few hundred rounds through it from the range. No problems whatsoever. We've pretty much done everything we can do to this gun without purposely trying to break the gun. We're not going to do a drop test or anything like that because we don't want to damage the gun. It would surely be nice to have this thing in working order at some point once we're done, right? Well, we've got it here in the house after we've done our, let's see, all we've ever shot in this thing is steel case ammo. That's it. Never cleaned it, never lubricated this thing. Pretty obvious if you listen to that grind that this thing has never had a drop of lubricant in it. Hate to do this to a gun, but hey, it's worked fine. But again, we've shot all steel case ammo, never cleaned it, never lubricated it, thrown it in a pond, froze it in a block of ice for a few days, just put it in sand, dropped it in mud. The mud was the only thing that gave it a hiccup, and we went back and looked, and again, like we said earlier, that I think the shell that was in that mud, there were some larger particles of it that got in the back of the bolt carrier and probably jammed it and jarred it loose, or at least slowed it down for that matter. But anyway, we're ready to wrap this thing up. So what are we doing inside? We're going to put this thing in the dishwasher. We're going to give it a cleaning for the very first time, and we're going to do it in a dishwasher. Check this out. Hey, we're legit, and we wanted you, the viewer, to know that we really did run this thing through a cycle of the dishwasher. So we put our GoPro camera inside the dishwasher and prepared to run this thing through. And as you can see, the rifle in its full length put together would not fit. So we had to take this rifle down and lay the upper and lower next to each other in order for it to fit in the dishwasher to run the cycle. Time to get this thing going. Now, I don't know about you, but I, for one, have never seen the inside of a dishwasher before. Now, my sister did see the inside of a dryer before, but that's a whole different story, and there was a pretty stiff punishment that came with that one. And as you can see, our dishwasher is like most of the stupid, green, energy-saving dishwashers out there today, where it takes a week and a half to actually run a full cycle. So we were going to let it do its thing. The world's first automatic gun washer was in full operation. We'd be back to check on it in a few. All right, we've probably run this thing a lot more than what we needed to. It's still running right now. You know how these new dishwashers are. Not only do they not dry any dishes, but they run forever also. We're going to go ahead and shut this thing down. I think this thing has run through this cycle just enough. So we're going to open it up and see what it looks like inside. There we go. And yes, I'm sure it got fogged up. There is our Windham Weaponry MPC AR-15. Wow, and this thing is clean. I might be doing this more often. For the sake of full disclosure, my wife and my son are out of town this week. That's the only reason why I'm able to pull this off without any kind of turmoil. Don't treat your weapons like we treat it here on the Gun Bully segment at Legally Owned America, but we sure had a lot of fun doing it. Stay tuned, we have some really cool gun bully stuff coming up next. We're going to be bullying a 45 caliber Glock and a 45 caliber 1911. Side by side, going through the motions of everything, all the bullying, they're gonna take place side by side, one-on-one. We're gonna see which one of them stumbles first during our gun bully segment. Stay tuned, that one's gonna be a lot of fun.